Hello everyone, this video is an introduction to Module 6. Module 6 is the first of two modules where we will cover the last genre of literature for the class, which is drama. Drama includes plays as well as scripts and excerpts from plays that we will be looking at in script form. So reading a script is a little bit different from reading a poem or a short story, and that makes this one of the more challenging genres to read. In this module, you will get exposed to just a short play and then a few excerpts, as well as all of the terminology that you need in order to understand and discuss drama. In the next module, Module 7, you will be exposed to a little bit longer of a play and work with that a little bit more. So we've got quite a few things that we'll look at. Plays do take a little while to read, so you may want to start early on the reading assignments, and keep in mind that listening to plays is much easier, or watching them. I do have a video version of one of them. Watching them is a much better way to enjoy them. The problem with a play and with learning about a play and in a literature class is that you only get half of it when you read the script. The other half comes from the performance, and every performance, even of the same exact script, is going to be different because of how the director chooses to portray it, how the actor chooses to portray it, even the costumes and the setting and the stage that they use will make it appear different and give you a different interpretation of it. So we're really only getting half of it when we read it on the page, which means it's not quite as fun or interesting, and a lot of students get a little bit frustrated with it. So that's why under your resources tab here, I do have a stage production of the play Fences. Now, Fences is the one we're reading here in Module 6, and you also have two excerpts, one from a scene from Dr. Faustus, which is a Christopher Marlowe play, and then a scene from The Importance of Being Earnest, which is an Oscar Wilde play. The Fence is a little bit longer, and then the two excerpts are fairly short, but they show you tragedy and comedy. And so I do have some information on, or this video here is just kind of about the play Dr. Faustus. It's not the actual play, and I'll see if I can find an audio recording of some of these as well to post for you. So what you're doing in this module is similar to what we've done before. First thing, I recommend doing the journal, at least starting on the journal before you start taking the quiz and the exam, just because I think it will give you a deeper understanding of the play. So you're using the play Fences by August William, and you are, for this assignment, this is a reflection journal, I want you to pick 5 of these terms and then write one entry for each. And the content of the entry is reflective. So what I'm interested in is, how do you see this term, so for example, dramatic irony, how do you see that portrayed in the play? And what do you think of it? Did the playwright do a good job? How did the characters interact with it? You know, what does it look like in this particular play? That kind of thing. So you have some things, some of these terms will be easier than others. Characters, for example, there are quite a few different characters in the story, so you can look at the different types of characters. Theme would be another good one that could give you a lot of different options to write about. This is personal reflective writing. I'm just looking for your reactions, your response. I just don't want a summary of the play. I don't want you to just repeat whatever's in the play back to me. I want to see that you're thinking about it. That's the purpose of the assignment. So that's all this assignment is trying to get you to do. Rather than writing another essay, I want you to be able to do some response type writing. That's a little bit easier. But you're doing 5 of those. Just as we've done with our other journals in the class, you will hit reply for each entry, and this is a personal discussion board, so you are the only person who will see your own entries as well as the instructor. You will not see entries from other students. Once you're done with entry 1, you will go on and create entry 2 and so on. So you'll have 5 when you are finished. The other two things that you're doing drama related are the quiz and then the exam, which are set up just like the others we have done. The review quiz obviously is one that you can take as many times as you want to. It just gives you exposure to the questions and to the different types of questions and content that you'll be tested over in the exam, and then taking the exam obviously is just a one-time deal, and this one does not have an essay question, so or a short answer question. So you only get questions that are the multiple choice true false type of questions, I think. We should check again. Giving you the research project criteria, again, because the last assignment that you will do in this unit is our source list. So once you've decided, in the last module, you turn in your topic proposal for your research project. Remember, your project can be about anything related to the class. It just needs to relate some way, and you need to be able to present it somehow. So some students do PowerPoint, some students do an art project, some students create a lesson plan, some students write a short story or a poem. However you want to portray the information that you found creatively. Now, the sources are ones that you don't have to use in your project. You're using it to help inspire your project. So let's say you want to do a painting on My Last Duchess, the Robert Browning poem. So your 5 sources, one of them is probably going to be the textbook, because you need to use the poem out of the textbook. So you'll have the poem from the textbook as one source. Then you might find a biography on Robert Browning and use that. Then you might find a encyclopedia entry on romantic writers. You could use that. Maybe you find a documentary. You can use that. So all of these different types of sources you list on your source list. And these are just your plans because you haven't done the research project yet. So I'm just looking for, did you find some sources about whatever it is that you're planning on doing your project over, so that you have ideas that you can look for. Now, this controlling idea and argument is, what is the point that you're making with it? So if you're painting something, for example, how are you portraying the poem in visual form? If so, which part of the poem? You know, maybe it's a painting of the painting behind the curtain. Maybe it's a painting of the white donkey in the yard. I don't know. So what is it that you're trying to show, and why would be the question. So we need to have a point to however you're displaying your research. So that's kind of the idea behind this, is getting you a step further. You've given me the topic proposal. Make sure you do go back and look at my feedback, and then give me a source list, and then you'll finish the project in the next module. So that we're just keeping going with the research project. So that has been an introduction to Module 6. If you have any questions, please be sure to send me an email.